Hi all, welcome to John's Model Making. Today I'm going to be carrying on with the Citroen C4. There we go, there's the finished model. Excellent instruction book there. Maybe 1 or 2 errors in it, but nothing unusual for that. Here we have the engine up to now. Still quite a lot to add on to this engine, but today I'm going to be doing 8, 9 and 10. Just fiddler, we get a screwdriver with stage 10. So anyway, let's make a start. Stage 9. Nope, stage 8. Okay, here we have the parts. We'll get the parts out. There we go, those are the parts. So we have the exhaust manifold and its outlet. We have the exhaust manifold thermal insulators, which are these two. The turbo pump valve, belt pulley, turbo pump blank flange, washer, base, and then the turbo pump thermal insulators. Turbo pump base, outlet pipe and nozzle, and we need CP and SP screws. Okay, first thing we need is 7A and 8A. This piece goes just there like that. There is one location peg there. It pops into that hole just there like that. And we need a couple of CP screws. There we go, that's the exhaust manifold in place. Next we need 8B and 8D. Here we have 8B and 8D. It's a D-shaped connection and that will just press into place. There we go, just like that. Alright, next we need 8E, which is this piece. This is keyhole shaped. So that will sometimes you need to take them out, put them back in again. Yeah, very tight, which is good. There we go. It doesn't fully close the gap. So there we go. Hope I got that on for you. There we go, that's that in place. There we go. That is everything in place for today. Now we need 8G, which is this piece that is keyhole shaped, and it will go on to here just like that. Excellent. Right, next we need 8F, yep, which is this piece. This is keyhole shaped, that goes onto 8G. Again, tough connection. There we go, lovely tight connection that. Right, that is perfect. That, just remember that hole there, yeah, you've got to be having it in that position there, so you don't want it underneath. Yeah, it shows you in the instructions anyway. Right, we can connect that onto here now. Goes into that hole there, and we can push this into place hopefully without any bother. You may want to glue this, you may not. Just make sure all the others are in place as well. Excellent, that goes there like so. That's looking great. Okay, now there we go, that's what we have at the moment. Right, now we need to put these thermal insulators in place. Now the first one will go across the manifold. Well, we'll put them both across the manifold actually. I don't know whether I've made a good job of that or what, but anyway, that's how it looks at the moment. Now we have another piece to pop on this side. There we go. Trim it if you want to, you could trim it round here. Well, that looks perfectly alright to me. Yeah, that looks fine. Excellent. Right, next we have the thermal insulators for the turbo pump. Pop that out, there we go. And I don't suppose it matters which side you do first. Here we have the turbo pump, just get it around there like that and wrap it around. Yeah, you can see it's scored in places. So we'll get this in place. There we go. That's the thermal insulators 8J in place. Next we need 8M, which goes on to here. Again, this is keyhole shapes. Just make sure you get it right way around. Get that pressed home into there, like so. There we go, those 8M in place. Next we need 8I, which goes on the other side. Again, keyhole shape connection, so we'll only go on one way. That pops down there like so. Then we need 8H, which fits over the top like that. And then we need 8K, which will fit just there, but we need an SP screw to fit that in place. Okay, now hold 8K there. Get this SP screw into here. Excellent. And all we're left with is 8L. Yeah, one peg is bigger than the other. There's the hole for the bigger peg just here. So we'll get that lined up and get this pressed into place. There we go. Excellent. Rather fiddly. My thermal insulations aren't brilliant, I must admit. Well, that looks cool up to now. I do like the added effect though. Excellent stuff. There we go, so that's stage 8 completed. Brilliant, let's move on to stage 9. Okay, we have stage 9, got the portals. Okay, those are the parts. We have 9A, pipeline 1, 9B, pipeline 1 base, 9C is the filter, 9D is pipeline 2, and then we have pipeline 3, which is 9E, and then we have a 40mm and a 55mm hose. Then we have engine front parts and engine base. Alright, first things we need to do is put 9A and 9B together. As always, these are D-shaped connections. Let's see, there we go. 9A and 9B together like that. Lovely tight fit. Then 9C will go on there. Obviously that is a large D-shaped connection. And 9D, that will go here. Keyhole shape connection. Let's see, which way does this go around? Want it there. Want that. Like that. Just looking at the instructions, keyhole connection goes into here. There we go. That's how that should be up to now. Clicking just like that. Excellent. So now we want 9E, which is this piece, and this will go on to here. Again, keyhole shape connection. A little bit tough, this one, like them all. I think with some of these I'm going to actually, once I've assembled it, I'm going to glue them together. Yeah, make sure they definitely stay. There we go, there's 9E with 9D. Right, pop them to one side. We need this piece back, and we need to pop this into place. Now this goes into this connection here, just there. Again, keyhole shaped. That's where that will reside, just like that. Looking cool. Okay, next we need a 40mm hose onto here. I could have done without doing that first actually. Take that off there, pop that on. Wiggle that on there, like that, and the 55mm hose will go on this one. There we go. Then we can put that back in place. Just there. I think I might end up gluing that blue pipe conduit in place like that, but that's how that should look with the two hoses in place. Okay, next we need 9H and 9I. 9I sits in there like so. Fix that from behind with an SP screw. There we go. Excellent. Was rather fiddly. Right, now we need 5A, which is this piece of the engine that we've completed earlier, and this will go onto here like so. Right, we need 2 CM screws, one there, one there. Okay, let's get the first screw into here. There we go, that's the front of the engine. That's 9H on 5A. Brilliant, excellent. So there we go, that is stage 9 completed. Looking cool. Let's move on to stage 10. Okay, here we have stage 10. We'll get the parts out. There we go, those are the parts. We have 10A is a coil shroud, then we have a shrank, then we have electric motor, 10C, 10D is coil base 1, 10E is a belt pulley, and then we have 10F, which is this piece, which is actually metal, that's coil base 2, and then we have the hose base, 10G, and then we have 10H, which is a 120mm hose which measures 130mm, and a screwdriver. We'll also need CP, SP and SM screws. Okay, first thing we need is 10A, and we need 10B, which is the shank, and the shank will fit here, should fit onto there, and we need an SP screw to keep that in place. Okay, don't move everything out of the way. Better off putting the screw through 10B and then screwing it in place. Just make sure you get it the correct way around. Get the screw there. There we go. There is 10B and 10A. So 10A, 10B. Now we need 10D, which is this piece, and yeah, there's 3 pegs, 3 holes that will fit just there, like that. Snap that into place. Brilliant. Right, now we need 10C, 2 pegs again. There we go. That will go there like so, and we need a CP screw right down the middle to keep all these in place. Excellent, that should be like that. Right, now we need 10E, which is this piece. This is the belt pulley. That fits there like so, and we need an SP screw in the middle. There we go. That's everything in place. I think that is in the correct position anyway. It does move a little bit, which is just as well, just in case I need to move it. Right, next we need 10G. We need to pop this onto 9H. Here we have 9H, which is the front. Keel connection just there. There we go. It wasn't too bad, to be honest. You might want to pop a little bit of glue on there, but it is in place that now. That's 10G. Okay, next we need 10F, which is this piece. Now that peg there, long peg actually, goes into that hole there. So we need to pop that into there and get that hole there. I don't want to put in too much. You get 10F over that hole and pop in a CP screw into there. There we go. That fixes there just like that. Excellent. Now I need to get a CP screw. There we go. It isn't a CP screw. I popped in an SM screw because that is metal. Yeah, that's nicely in place there. I don't know why they said CP when it's die cast, but there we go. Okay, next we need to connect all these pieces together. That's 10B, the shank. That fits into that hole just there like that, and the other end fits just here. There is a slot there, stop that from going any further down, and we'll fix this in place with an SP screw. Get that just positioned there. SP screw into here. That is looking cool. Brilliant. Okay, right, now we need 10H, which is this long 120mm hose. That will fit just there, as you can see, and then it will come all the way around and fit on to 10G. You may want to crop this down later because it is a little bit long. There we go. I think that looks perfect like that. Yeah, it is a little bit long, but we'll sort that later if we need to. There we go, that's that 120mm holes in place, and here we have a CP screw to pop into place. So that one is an SM screw, that one is a CP screw. The instructions are correct, but it's just that the arrows go off in different directions. But that's supposed to be CP and that is SM. There we go, that's clarified. There we go, so that's stage 10 completed. And there we have stage 8 and 9. Looking just like that. Brilliant stuff. There we go, folks. I put the two pieces together just for now. Just show you. There we go. It will go like that. You can see the cracking detail there. Lots of pipe work still to pop into place. Yeah. Yeah, I think those thermal insulators, they look alright. They're not perfect, to be honest. Yeah, I didn't do a brilliant job on them. Yeah, but it's just little sticky things at times. Well, there we go. Probably looks better anyway, more realistic. But yeah, some of this pipe work, yeah, if you have a little bit of problems with the keel shaped connections, once you popped it in place, if you're not happy with it, just glue it. It'll be fine. Yeah, but that is looking absolutely brilliant. It's very complicated. But anyway, there we go. So there we are for the Citroen. Another 5 stages left of this engine build, and then that's it completed. Brilliant. We can move on to other parts of the car. Anyway, if you did like that, give us a nice big thumbs up, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and hopefully I'll see you next time. So thanks for tuning in and watching. Stay safe. Bye for now.